Hello, welcome to a Maker's Studio. Guess what? It's Christmas in July here on the Maker's Studio Facebook page. So I am Cheryl. I create over on the Home of My Making Facebook page, and I have a really cute project today. Christmas is less than 6 months away. Crazy, but true. So let me show you this really cute Christmas stencil that I'm going to be using today. It is called North Pole B&B. So we are going to be using this on our project today. As you guys hop on, let me know where you're watching from. Let me know if you have tried the Maker Studio stencils. I'm going to start the project today with this simple tray from Dollar Tree. Literally $5. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take our gel stain in English Walnut and I'm going to apply it all over this particular surface. I am going to apply it with a little bit of a foam brush. I'm going to just put it on and then I will wipe it off with a lint-free rag. One thing I like about when I use the stain is I really never know how the grain is going to come out. It's always a surprise on each type of wood that you use, especially when you're using something from the Dollar Tree. But so far it looks like there's a nice grain going on. And if you haven't used the gel stain in your creating, don't be intimidated by it. First of all, it has a really pretty citrus smell. So when you are using it in your home, whether it be on refinishing furniture or a craft project like that, it doesn't really have any toxic odors. So you could do it right in your craft room or in your house and you don't have any toxic fumes going through your other area of your house. Gotta make sure I get that little opening there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take a lint-free rag right now and rub over where I applied it just to get the excess off. I wish you guys could smell it. It smells citrusy. Let's see if I get these little corners. That's why I like using a foam brush, especially on a square surface, because I could literally put this foam brush into the corners and get the corners filled with the stain. Good thing is I only need one coat of this stain. So as you hop on, welcome. We're doing a Christmas in July here at a Maker's Studio. I have not even started doing Christmas projects over on my page, Home of My Making. I definitely have to get psyched up to do Christmas projects, and then once I'm in that mode, bring it on. Okay, I'm gonna check to see if I got all areas done so far and see if I missed any. This dries pretty quick also because it is a water-based stain and it cleans up really well too. Just seeing if I missed any places. Got to make sure I get my little handles. I did go ahead and already do the bottom, so I didn't have to stain the whole entire thing. And now I just have the sides to do. Again, this is the gel stain in the English Walnut. I love this color. We do have a bunch of different stains. We have one that looks like driftwood, which is really fun, and even a black stain, which is opaque, or not opaque, I should say, like a chalk-based paint. All of the products that I'm using today are in the description section of this tutorial, so when we're done, you can actually shoot up there and just look and see what products I used. And don't forget, as per usual, we will be giving away that North Pole Bed and Breakfast stencil. If you go ahead and tag 3 friends and share this tutorial in the description and the comments below, and this is what we're going to be giving away. It's a pretty big stencil. It's 18 by 12. There's a lot going on there. You got little graphics, and then a little part that says North Pole Bed and Breakfast, which is a really nice font. I have one more side to do. And like I said, this dries pretty quick. Because I am live, I will be hitting it with the heat gun so that I can continue on with my project. Now, normally you do not have to hit it with a heat gun. It'll dry pretty quick, but I want to move on to the rest of the project. So I'm gonna hit it with a heat gun to dry it, but you don't have to do it. It's not part of the process when you're doing the stain. Look at that and see how the grain really showed up. So that's a good way to kick up like an inexpensive Dollar Tree surface. My Dollar Tree does have $3 and $5 surfaces, and that's what this is. As I'm drying it, I could see that I missed some sections. Like I said, it is a water-based stain, so it dries pretty quick. So if you're just hopping on, I'm Cheryl from over at the Home of My Making Facebook page. We are doing Christmas in July over here at a maker's studio. Today I will be using a Christmas stencil, North Pole Bed and Breakfast. And don't forget to tag 3 friends and share this tutorial in the comments below, and you will be in the giveaway for this stencil. Like I said, this dries pretty quick, but since I'm on a live, I am going to go ahead and hit it with a heat gun so I can continue to finish off my project. So yes, if you just hopped on, North Pole Bed and Breakfast stencil. So this whole section says established in 1901, North Pole Bed and Breakfast, hot cocoa, warm coffee served daily. You have some little graphics down here, Christmas tree, candy cane. I love this candy cane. And then you have the cinnamon toasting company, a little wreath, some berries, some greenery. So you could use this stencil over here. You could use just this wording, and then you could use all the different graphics. There's a lot going on. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take some of our linen one-step paint. This is like a off-white beigey color. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a chip brush, put it in there. I'm definitely going to offload it onto this piece of cardboard. So there's barely nothing on there. And I want to hit this with the one-step paint. So I just want to kind of give it like a whitewash look. If you could see that happening. Can you see the little look? See how that just gave it just a little bit? Because it's not a true white paint, it's just giving it a little bit of contrast. So I am offloading it over here and then just going to do like strokes on here. And it'll give it a little bit more dimension. Pretty much using this very dry. Once I see how it turned out, I'll see if I need to add a second layer. Again, just dip it in and offload it onto a piece of cardboard so that you don't have a lot in your brush. And I like hitting the edges on here. It defines them. The linen color looks really good with the stain in the English walnut. I don't know if you could tell the difference. See it just a little bit, just a little bit. You could tell the difference between that and that. Just rub it against the edges, and it picks up the line of the shape of the surface. Again, you can find all of the products that I use here up in the description section. What do you guys think of the paint over the stain? Of course, when you do this kind of application, it's going to come out different every project you do, depending on where you hit it, and how much you use, and the color that you use. See if I got all sides. So can you tell it's a little bit different? You could tell definitely over here. And then let me just get a little bit more on the bottom. I like finishing off my projects, bottoms and backs. So that gave it just a little bit of a wash on there. And again, this was the linen one-step paint, so it's like a beigey color, very light. I'm going to close my lids up because they are water-based. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open my stencil. Again, if you are new to a Maker Studio line of mesh adhesive reusable stencils, they have so much detail. So they come in these sleeves, and it does have like a backing in here, and keep that in there because that stabilizes your stencil. You would put it back in there for storage. So I'm going to use this part of the stencil that says established in 1901, North Pole bed and breakfast, hot cocoa and warm cookies served nightly. I think that will be perfect for this tray to be served breakfast and dinner. So like I was saying, this is a tri-mesh adhesive reusable stencil. They do come on a backing, so you want to peel your stencil off of its backing, and it's adhesive, so you don't need no tape. Again, save your backing, because once you cleaned your stencil, you're going to want to put it back on that backing and slide it back into the sleeve for a place to store your stencils. Trying to just see if I got that pretty centered. The good thing about these stencils is you can move them because they're adhesive. And let's see, I think I did it. I think I did it. So all you need to do after you find your placement, just rub it so that it's firm against the surface that you're adhering it to. And see, it is adhesive. And I love the detail in this particular stencil. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of our Cherbourg, and I know I say this wrong. Amy, help me out. It's a green one-step paint. I love the color of it. It's not like a really dark or a really light green. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a foam dome brush. Now the look that I'm trying to go for, since I did do a little bit of a wash on here, I don't want the stencil to be perfect. I want it to look like it's been worn off. So by doing so, I'm going to take some of this one-step paint on the foam brush and I'm going to offset it, or excuse me, offload it again onto this cardboard. I still have a bunch on there. Now, the way that I'm going to make it look that it's not totally a clean look, I'm going to not hit all the spaces. I still want it to be able to read the stencil, but I'm just going to go over the design. I want to make sure that you can still read the wording, but I want it to be shaded like it was there for a while and it's gotten rubbed off. That's how I like to do it with the foam dome brush. If you want like total coverage, you would just totally cover the font. But I do want it to look like it's been rubbed off, so I'm not going to do the same amount of paint all over, and I'll lift it up and show you what I'm doing. So you can see that already it's shaded in there where I have the green, because I don't have full coverage. That is the look that I'm going for. So almost like it is rubbed off. Now, of course, you could have come back and sanded it off, but in this case, I would like to just do it with my paint. And if you don't like the look that it looks like it was rubbed off, you would totally cover the whole stencil with your paint, your gel art ink, or your chalk art. Again, don't forget to tag 3 friends and share this tutorial in the comments below, and you will be in the giveaway for this particular stencil. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is just look and see that I got most of what I wanted to get. I'm going to close up my container because it is water-based, and now I'm going to peel this off. So exactly the look that I was going for. So let me show you how to care for your stencils. See all that green one-step paint in there? What you want to do when you release your stencil from your surface is right away go run this underwater and get all that green out of there, or whatever product you're using. And then you want to lay it sticky side up and let it air dry. Try not to pat the back of it to get it dry, because that's the sticky side. And you don't want to get any fiber in it so that you can't reuse it over and over again. I do have a water bath over here that while I'm doing a live, I like to put my stencil in there so that it doesn't harden into the stencil. So there you go. Doesn't this piece look like it's been around forever, right? It looks like it's been worn, it's been used. So you could still see what it says. I did on purpose not cover the whole entire stencil so that it looks worn off. So I love the look from a simple, unfinished wooden tray from Dollar Tree. A little bit of a wash with the stain and the linen one-step paint, and then the one-step paint with a foam brush on the top. So what do you guys think? Looks like it's been around for ages. So I hope you enjoyed this segment of Christmas in July on the Maker Studio site. All the products that I use are up in the description, and don't forget to tag 3 friends and share this tutorial down in the comments. I'm Cheryl from Home I'm Making, and I'll see you soon.